What up, everyone? So, as I promised on Snapchat, stuff like that. Hold up. Okay, so as I promised on Snapchat, probably Instagram, all that, I'm doing a nutrition video for you guys. Just kind of want to show you guys the views first. So the mountains are starting to show a little more over there. But yeah, that's what we're working with right now, guys. So all my videos are going to be uncut like that, where I almost knocked the TV over. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. Like I said, I don't know. Let's see, I'm trying to make it a little brighter. That's fine. It's been a long time coming, but you know, that's kind of how life goes, guys, right? So I wanted to make this video for you. I made a blog post on this, or actually it wasn't on this. That was on lean bulking. So go check that out at Betz.com. I'll kind of cover bulking a little bit here, but not as much probably as in that. So nutrition, right? Fun stuff, guys. All right, so I'll give you like the basics, the foundations, right? So obviously you got your calories. What make up your calories are your fats, your carbs, and your proteins. So fats have 9 calories per gram. You could write this down if you want. Carbs have 4, and proteins have 4. So fats have a lot more calories in them. Let's see, you got your water and you got your fiber. Those are the main things you want to worry about in nutrition. Maybe I'll do a separate video on supplements. Like this is a supplement, I guess. That's kind of a separate video, but this is the most important part. So for a water, I just put aim for about a gallon a day, maybe a half a gallon to get started, and then go for a gallon. I'm not really sure how much water I get a day. I try to drink as many water bottles as I can. So, and then when I'm by a water fountain, I'm sipping on that every 15-20 minutes or whatever. So fats should make up about, I would say, 15 to 30% of your total calorie intake. And then I put for carbs 30 to 60, kind of depending on your goal and depending on how your body reacts to carbs. Now, if you can't have a lot of carbs, that'd be more in like the 30 to 40. Or if you're a female, you can't have as many carbs as a male. So just things like that. If you're a male and you're an ectomorph like me, just kind of skinnier, you could handle more in probably the 50 to 60% carb range. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as much as overall calories do. So keep that in mind. And then it kind of goes macros. And then I'll say protein's super important too. So I put 15 to 30%. So for me, I'm more in that 15 to 20%. Some people like to get more protein, so they might be more in that 20 to 30% range of total calories again. But what I like to do, and a good rule of thumb people do, I usually try to aim for my body weight in protein, so that's roughly 180. That's kind of like a good rule of thumb, or even 0.8 times your body weight. So right now I'm only aiming for roughly like 150 to 160 grams of protein a day. Fiber, if you're a female, kind of on the petite side, you could probably get about 30 grams of fiber a day, even maybe 28, I think. And then it kind of depends on calories too. For me, I probably should be getting about 40 to 50 grams of fiber. I think Eric Helms said, look up Eric Helms. He's a very, very smart guy. He's got his doctorate. One of the best in the industry. I'm pretty sure him and Lane Norton, if you've heard of him too, they said don't go over like 60 or 70 grams of fiber a day. Now for most people that won't be a problem, but if you eat really clean, you might kind of run into that, so beware of that. It's not going to be huge, but too much fiber is a bad thing, but too much anything, too much water is a bad thing. You guys know the drill. So that brings me to macros. So macros are fats, carbs, and proteins. So what I recommend is downloading an app, MyFitnessPal. Start tracking your calories, whether you want to maintain, gain weight, lose weight, whatever. It'd be much easier for you to understand all of this, understand what's in food, that kind of stuff. So I'm not really going to go too deep into what has what in it. If you guys want to ask me questions on that, just email me at m@mattbetz.com and I can answer any questions you may have. But you're going to kind of figure that out, what's in what. You notice a lot of stuff has carbs in it, carbs and fats, not a lot of proteins. So that's where supplementation comes into play, or just switching up your diet a little bit to have more protein. I bet you most people watching this video aren't getting enough protein and getting enough fiber, and probably not enough water. So okay, so then after that you got micronutrients. So those are your macros: carbs, fats, proteins. You got your micros, your vitamins and minerals. So you could get that again through supplements, but I would recommend just eating whole foods that have lots of nutrients in them. That'd probably be your cheaper option. But if you got extra money, you're really passionate about results, supplementation might be a good idea. But that's kind of like something you got to worry about after you got your basic nutrition down, which this is the basics. So I guess that means I got to do a supplement video at a certain point. But again, supplements are the last thing. I don't really worry about supplements too much aside from this, which it has creatine. It's got BCAAs in it, and it's got caffeine. So that's all I really need supplementation wise, besides a multivitamin. But again, that's another story. So now we'll kind of get into bulking. So bulking is when you want to gain weight. That's what I'm currently doing, trying to gain muscle. But you're going to gain fat, guys. So a little bit at least, depending on how much you're overeating. So right now I'm aiming for about 500 calories over my maintenance. My maintenance is around 3,000, so I'm aiming for 3,400 to 3,500 calories per day. So that's what I'm doing. And when you're bulking, you don't need as much protein. So when you're cutting, which I'll go over in a sec, you need more protein. But when you're bulking, you're getting enough calories and nutrients. So putting on muscle isn't a problem as much. That being said, you still got to get quality protein. You still got to get protein. So don't think because you're bulking you don't have to. And then we'll get into cutting, which most of you guys would probably be more concerned about. So when bulking, you're probably going to want about a 250 to 500 calorie surplus. While cutting, you're probably going to want more of a deficit. Actually, you are going to want more of a deficit. So I put 500 to 1,000 calorie deficit. So say your maintenance calories was 3,000, like mine. It's kind of like an even number. If I wanted to lose a pound a week, I'd be taking in 2,500 calories a day, and then kind of seeing how my body adjusted to that. If I wanted to lose 2 pounds, which I would only recommend if you got a lot of weight to lose, starting off at 2. Then you could go 1,000 calorie deficit. I would be getting in 2,000 calories a day. Be a huge shock to your body. You would be losing a lot of weight, but that may mess with your metabolism a little more. It may not. So I always recommend starting at about 500 for a deficit. If you're really light, like a girl, maybe you want to even start at like 250 for a deficit. And also, this is kind of backtracking, but if you're young, like me, spend a majority of your time in a surplus if you want to gain muscle, especially if you're natural. Now, if you're not natural, this video doesn't apply as much, but if you are not natural, you still have to worry about nutrition if you want a good physique at least. But yeah, so but that's a different story right there. I'm not too good at that, but yeah, so that's kind of the video. Also, I would recommend MyFitnessPal. It's an app. It's a smartphone app. There's many others out there if you want to just look up nutrition apps, or you could go the classic way. I know Timberwolf, this guy on look him up on Instagram, Timberwolf. He's one of the pioneers, at least, of doing macros. He used to write it all down. So do what kind of works for you. But that's kind of the basic on nutrition, guys. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Again, if you have any questions, I might have missed a few things. Just ask me. You know, I'm always willing to help. I've been doing this for a couple years now on a serious level. Now, I really take, if it fits your macros, to more of an extreme approach. Or, you know, I mean, pizza every day, stuff like that. But I still worry about my fiber, water, my calories. Even if I'm overeating some days, you know, I still worry about it. which you guys should worry about it, I would say, especially if you're overweight or even if you're underweight and you're trying to gain weight. I hear people all the time, and I used to be like this, be like, oh, I can never gain weight. Well, it's like, how many calories you eat in a day? What kind of foods are these? Stuff like that. What are you eating? Why aren't you getting enough? Your body, you could have extremely the fastest metabolism in the world, but if you eat enough, you'll gain weight. Or you could have the worst metabolism in the world, and if you figure out your diet, your cardio, all that, you could lose weight. So that's that, guys. I hope I could help some people. Don't forget to like, comment your feedback or whatever. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm only at about 39 or 40 subscribers, so that would help me out a lot. And then share this video. Share this video to someone that you think would need help with nutrition. Share it on your Facebook, share it wherever. Even you could just direct message it to someone. Thank you for everything, guys, and I'll see you soon.